There is more to know. The Earth is flat, and we have proof.
Interesting.
You should come check it out. Hey.
Hey, Flat Earth 101, right here.
Cool. Thanks, dude.
Yep.
Have you ever heard of the grass?
Yeah, man. He says that stuff is flat at 120,000 feet.
And he thinks it's a pear. It's all pear shaped.
Not honest, no, sorry.
Oh, thanks, man.
Can I get a couple? Nice.
I want to hug the doorway, but at the same time, it might be easier to walk through the store.
Yeah, maybe. Excuse me. We've got news that Earth is flat right now, so check that out. Flatoberfest. Jack went to the can and Scuba Steve is on his way in. Excuse me, this is for you. There's an event tomorrow. Earth is flat.
We got some events going on tomorrow. Hi. You consider yourself a woke individual? You know the goings on in this earth?
All right.
Yeah,
Thank you.
the earth is
There you
flat.
go.
Just something
Check
to
that
think
out.
about, something to research, and not get lied to no more. Hola.
La tierra es plana.
Tierra es plana.
No hay curvatura.
I thought you were going to walk through the store.
I don't know. It was easier. You think it's faster? You can tell.
Yeah, let's just go and
Yeah, let's
see how it is. Do you want to just put them in people's shopping carts? Oh, no, we already got them.
Okay. Yeah, you're okay. Good zombies. Okay, bye-bye. Y'all trust the U.S. government? They're lying to us about more than you know. Just check it out. Some free information. They're lying to us about space. NASA faked the moon missions. They get $56 million a day to lie to us about outer space. Check it out. Check it out. Actually, I think it's at 58 now.
Yeah, it keeps going up.
21 billion. I bet those numbers are real. Hey y'all, the U.S. government lies to us about everything, including where we live. You don't live on a spinning ball in outer space. You live in a created plane that was made for you. You gotta check it out. There's a lot of free information. Yep. You gotta check it out because NASA's getting $57 million a day to lie to us about outer space. All they give you is CGI and composites. You've never seen a real picture from space. You gotta check it out.
Thank you.
Earth is flat. That's our event tomorrow. Check it out.
Yeah, it's local, right here in Greenville. I knew that lady was gonna be in trouble as soon as she said, "Excuse me, like, how dare you talk to someone in public? What's the matter with you?"
Yeah, pretty much.
Crazy people.
Well, I mean, it's Walmart. What do you expect?
You get all types.
Yeah.
I mean, I had one good conversation with the guy, and I gave him a ride home. By the time he was home, he was totally on the flat earth, you know, fully realized.
Yeah.
You don't know about flat earth, right?
Yeah, the earth is flat.
It is.
Hey, we got an event tomorrow. Want to check it out? Flatober Fest.
Hey, dude, you know how water lays flat in a pool and a lake and an ocean?
Hold up. Is Shrek gonna be there? You know Shrek?
Yes, I do know Shrek. Yeah,
Be there?
yeah, definitely gonna be there. Yeah.
He's in
No,
town.
check this out.
Hold on, wait, I need a water.
You guys know water fills a container and lies flat on the top, right? Like in a pool, in a lake, everything like that. The ocean does too. The water level from California is the same as the water level at Australia, and it's a flat water. Okay, so how do you get a spherical shape? It's impossible. Yeah, mind blown, right?
Hey, you want one?
Wait, can you say that again?
Look, listen, I'm a
you say
civil
that again?
engineer. I'm a civil
All right.
engineer.
on.
We never have to figure
Wait, did you
out
talk me say that again?
about water.
Shrek is gonna be there.
Water always finds its level, okay? It doesn't matter how big the water is. If you have a cup, if you have a bowl, if you have a bathtub, water always lays level at the top, fills its container, just like a lake. The seawater level at California is the same as Australia. It's a straight level water. How do you have spherical? It's not. We can't find any measurable curvature. We can't find any water changing into spheres. We can't find any kind of evidence of true outer space travel. If you guys have never looked into the moon landing, look into it. Watch those movies, because the movies that they made in 1956, you can tell it's bullshit today.
All right.
Check it out.
Everyone, so one is the earth. The earth is flat. Earth flat, gang.
You only laugh about it until you look into it, man. I'm telling you, your mind completely changes.
Yes, my guy. That's right, dude.
Yeah, man. Flat Earth for kids.
Don't worry about the children. We already have them.
Walmart's getting woke tonight. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, miss. Do you know that the Earth is flat? We got an event coming up tomorrow. If you'd like to check it out.
The U.S. government lies to us about everything, including outer space travel and the shape of the Earth. We got so much evidence now, it's like building up, and all we want is like a real conversation with real scientists. I'm a civil engineer. I've been looking into this for 4 years. There is no measurable curvature. Water always finds its level, and there's no proof of outer space travel, because you can't have a vacuum next to an air pressure without a solid barrier.
Gotcha.
So that can't work. You know, scientifically, it doesn't even work. So we're even asking, like, let's bring some scientists to the table, have a real conversation, and see the physical proof. These speakers are coming tomorrow to Greenville. So, you know, check it out. But even if you don't check out the event, check out those people.
Okay.
They got some great information.
All right.
And here's Flat Earth 101 for you.
All righty. Thank you so much.
Have a good
You're
one.
welcome.
You too.
Sweet.
I told you, man, pajama pants.
Yeah.
That's a free thinker right there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man, for sure.
No zombie there. You gotta have kind of a little, what do you have? A little conviction, you know, a little knowing whether or not, you know, there's some people that you look at that you're like, yeah, if I approach them, it's not gonna do anything. It's not gonna go well. But like, if you're wearing pajama pants in Walmart, you just don't care. you don't care about the status quo, so it makes them a lot more approachable.
Yeah, exactly. Gotta have discernment. Hey, Bob Ross.
That's the word I was looking for, discernment.
Say hello to your fans. Yeah, they're good. Got 2 more.
2 more flowers?
Yeah. Excuse me. Excuse me. Here. This is for you. It's a Flatober Fest tomorrow. Earth is flat, and we got these speakers coming to tell you all about it. So check it out. There's no
The U.S.
curvature.
government lies. We can prove it.
Everybody knows that.
I know, but that's a common ground trigger point, you know?
Yeah, I know. I love how Maryland spirit level starts with that, you know?
Yep.
The government wouldn't lie, would they?
Right.
Or raise your hand if you trust the government. Nobody raises their hand.
100% trust the government. Raise your hand. Oh, Santa hat.
Hey, man.
About flat Earth?
I don't.
We got an event tomorrow.
What? Oh shit.
Do you trust the government? Do you trust any narratives that the government
Not
gives
at
you?
all.
All right, so it goes like way back to when NASA was founded by Nazis. Have you ever heard of Operation Paperclip?
No.
So what they did is they took the Nazi regime and they turned them into scientists that started NASA.
Right.
And what it was is they took the propaganda arm, so they created this whole thing about space travel and everything else like that. And then they're pumping, pumping from their taxes. They make $58 million a day to give us CGI composites and whatnot.
NASA.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and we have like a bunch of physical scientific evidence that proves that the Earth cannot be the sphere that they claim it to be. Like for instance, water level. Water always lays level, fills its container. And water level at California is the same as the water level at Australia, and it's a straight line. There's no hump measured anywhere on the Earth. And the other one is like you have the second law of thermodynamics. You can't have a vacuum next to air pressure without a solid barrier.
Right on.
Space is fake.
Yeah, the whole idea of outer space and all that is complete and utter nonsense.
It's all Hollywood.
Unless the Earth is flat.
Yeah, the realm that we live in, this Earth that we live in, is not a floating space testicle in a giant vacuum, okay? You're not a speck of dust. You know, this place was actually designed for us. Now, is it holographic? Is it physical? We don't know. This is the questions that we're asking now. You know, because we can only verify certain scientific proofs here on Earth. But they always tell you, look at the sky for the shape of the Earth. And we're saying, no, we need to look at the Earth for what it is, right?
Right on.
It's like you don't measure your ceiling to carpet your floor. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we can see too far.
Yeah.
Take a zoom camera, we can see beyond what the curvature
so
should
like
be.
if you're looking at a ball falls away from you in every direction, right, all the time.
Right.
So that's the objects of a sphere, right? So if you're looking out, straight out, the ball should drop down. And after a certain period of time, it should drop down so much that any solid objects on that ball should be below the horizon. The problem is that, especially with infrared cameras, we can see hundreds of miles, which proves that if it's not flat, then it's a freaking giant ball, dude, like bigger than what they say. Because they say it's 24,900 1 mile circumference. And when we use that mathematical calculation, we're seeing shit too far. So it can't be a ball. You know what I'm saying?
I hear that.
And I'm a civil engineer draftsman, so I've been working with AutoCAD since 2004. I know how these, geometrics work, and the ball is nonsense. It's blown apart. It's gone.
So you got the intelligence behind it.
Oh yeah. I mean, there's there's some PhDs in this, and there's other scientists, and all we want is like a real discussion with real scientists. But all they want to do is mock us and say, "Oh, these people don't trust the government." And I'm like, who really does, right? That's the whole point. Like, any point of the government that you look into, you're going to find some dirtiness,
True.
It's all about, they produce propaganda. They don't really teach you,
Where there are political anything, there could be corruptions in it, yeah.
Absolutely. And really, education is just an indoctrination center because they tell you to repeat what they tell you rather than investigate it for yourself, Back in the day, they used to have a lot of science experiments. And now they're just like, okay, so you tell us how an atom, an electron, a neutron, a proton works, but yet you're never going to experience it a day in your life.
That's true.
You know, that's the thing. Is like, yeah.
And it's like, why are we learning all these things? It's
Exactly.
We're just eating that information up.
Exactly, and it's nothing that's applicable in life unless you go into a specific field, which, you know, I believe in what's called unschooling, but that's off the subject, where you pursue your interests, you know, rather than pursue the indoctrination, you know.
And the whole going by the system, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and most people trust the system blindly, so we don't want you to do that, not even for us. Don't believe what we're saying, look into it yourself.
Don't believe anything I'm telling you. You got to question it, you got to research it. You know, it took me...
Don't worry, I wasn't.
It took me, you know, hours of research because I had to use my intellectual mind to try to decipher, okay, does this fit with my reality? But it's one of those things like you never think about it until you hear it, you know. But now that the interest is out there, we're trying to get enough people to look into this that we can stop the lie. Because if they're lying about the shape of the Earth, that it's a control issue because you're trapped on this little ball, you can't get off, there's nowhere to go. We've explored all the land. You ever seen the Truman Show? No, with Jim Carrey.
No.
Oh man, you gotta watch the movie. It's great. But anyways, there's this guy who has this child being raised in this dome set.
There's a chicken in
right?
NASA shirt, and I was
like it says, you know, it's basically a TV set for his life. Okay,
Right.
So he's living there until his adult life, and they said, well, if he's lived here his whole life, how he's never questioned, you know, his reality? And he says, we believe the reality with which we're presented, and that's where we have the globe, because you can never measure the globe, you can never see the globe.
Yeah.
And if you ever looked at the NASA pictures, and you know I carry a bunch of NASA propaganda in my pocket now, but check this out. This is from 1972 until the recent 2017. Get out of there. So if you look at the continents and the colors, the location, the way that clouds work, everything like that, nothing matches up through all of the different matches. And if you look at like 2012, it looks like America was like super obese that year. Like it's covering like a quarter of the globe, right? It's all bullshit, man. Every picture is bullshit. It's all CGI composites. Nothing's real, and it sucks because it's like I used to, you know, have that kind of an icon, you know, on my desktop or whatever because it's cool looking.
Right on.
But then you find out that's not real. And the latest one, let's see if I can find it real quick. This is the latest one. They say that's the most high definition photo of Earth from space. Do you believe you live on that cartoon neon ball?
Well, no, but I do imagine there's some sort of filter or something to that.
They will tell you that this is just a clear picture. This is not an infrared or anything else. Yeah, there's actually a mouse in there, right there. Yeah. This is not a very good high definition photo, but when you look at it in the full definition, there's a mouse right there. Yeah. It's hilarious, man. But yeah, they have copy and pasted clouds. Like that's unmistakable crap right there. You know, they're completely identical. Now I put the boxes around just to point them out, but you see like those cloud, boom, 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 boom. You know, they copy and paste clouds on those globe. That is that one right there, blown up. So I mean, this guy right here, he works for NASA. He's a data visualizer. He says that he takes data and then he creates the Earth that he expects people would want to see. That's what he says, and that's where we get the globe. So think about that, like, you know,
his whole picture
you've never seen
a composite generalization of this one.
Yeah, and it's typically aerial photography, right? And then they lay it over a spherical data set, and then they put shadows on it and a glare spot and stuff like that to make it look more realistic.
Right.
But yeah, it's crazy when you look into it, man. But check it out. But if you want to come to that event, it's tomorrow. It's only $30.
Totally.
Take care, brother.
Lucas. Hey, man, that's for you.
Keep looking in, Lucas.
Alex.
FlatEarth1.com. All right,
yeah, man. YouTube censors this information, so something to think about.
Yeah,
so that's a good place to start.
Now it's like 6 pages of debunking videos.
They just mock it. They don't have any science to debunk it. It's just they're like, oh, it's stupid.
No. Okay, well, I'll check it out.
All right, take care. Have a good one.
I like your shirt.
Sweet.
I didn't even want to get on the Phrygian cap agenda. The Phrygian cap he was wearing. That's a whole nother thing, man. I don't know.
I'm gonna call him. So that was pretty productive.
I had a bunch of teenagers in the back that kept yelling, "The Earth is flat."
Yeah, that's because
Oh, really?
That's because we talked to him for a little
I
bit.
talked to him first. Like I turned the corner. He's like, "That's my girl right there." And I told him about the song. I wear my sunglasses at night. It's like literally my
You know what's really awesome? You learn enough of the information like this, and then you go to your science teacher, and they have no freaking answers at all.
Graduated, but
It's hilarious. We have plenty of videos where teenagers like go in and they talk to their science teachers, and their science teachers like, "But the book says," and they're like, "Yeah, but can you prove it?" Like, you know, it's nonsense. It's all nonsense.
Think about how they know what the core of the Earth looks like when the deepest anyone's drilled is 8 miles.
that's true.
Out of 4,000, they've only done 8.
Yeah. How do they know what the middle looks like?
Exactly. But they always show you that gobstopper, right?
Yeah. People are stupid. Scientists. Oh, yes. Scientists are not. Guys, Earth is flat.
It's flat.
They're flat.